Welcome back to the Looney Center on the campus of DeMatha High School for the penultimate game of today's action in the National High School Hoops Festival as Oak Hill takes on Paul VI. I'm Jeremy Huber, joined by NBA vet and former UVA standout Junior Burrow. And Junior, you look at this matchup, and these two teams know each other. Paul VI, the team that ended Oak Hill's 56-game winning streak 2 years back in this event.
Absolutely, and obviously being an Oak Hill alumni, I was here for that game, and that lets you know that they're not scared. Coach Farello is a fantastic coach. Paul VI is a fantastic program. Everything you want in a matchup, a revenge matchup for us as Oak Hill guys. Can't wait to see it.
Should be a great one today. Of course, talking about the resumes for both coaches. Of course, Junior's resume, we got to look at that. You played at Oak Hill from 1990 to 91, went on to UVA. I always tell you, I remember you back in watching you in high school and loved it. Especially when you guys knocked out Super Camera. We both love that story. And of course, with the Boston Celtics, so Junior Burrow, you know a little bit about high-level basketball like this.
I tell you what, Coach Smith is still being the coach down there, and seeing him and understanding that the gym is full of people, it just makes you excited because it's an us against the world atmosphere. Coach Farello, a fantastic coach, has been for a while, even before he came to Paul VI, has pros, understands basketball to that level. These are the kind of games you want to be a part of, you want to see, you want to watch, you want to commentate like we're doing. Yep. I'm happy to be here.
Should be a great one. Keys to the game, we'll start off with Paul VI. They've got three. It's rebounding, rim protection, and get out and run.
Absolutely. If they can rebound the basketball, they have two of the best wings. Let's be clear about it. Franklin Howard and BJ King are two of the best wings in the country. And they're going to be in a situation where they can get the rebound, or a guy like Aaron Thompson, who has a dynamic point guard, they have a chance to win this basketball game.
Now let's go over to our players to watch for the Panthers. You mentioned them both. They're very good ones. Start things off with number 1, Franklin Howard.
He's the best player in the gym. He always has been for me. I love his game. He has all of the atmosphere you want. He's tall. He understands basketball. Basketball IQ is great. He shoots the ball well. He's the kind of kid, going to Syracuse, the kind of kid that can change the atmosphere of this basketball game.
Yeah, he's a very, very good player. Of course, he's got a counterpart. That would be number 13, BJ King. He came over, transfer from St. Mary's, St. Vincent. That sounds familiar. That's where LeBron James went to school.
I tell you what, Coach Farello just won the lottery, basically. He's a 6'1", a 6'7" wing player that defends the rim, that defends basketball. I mean, he's one of the top 10 players in the country. He's a USA basketball man. I mean, everything you want in a wing player, this kid has.
Let's switch it over to Oak Hill and their keys to the game. As you see them in front of you, they got to execute on both ends in this one. Also, play with some high energy. And the other big thing is get Bacon going early.
It's just one of those things that when you're playing in a rivalry game, because that's what it's become now, is that you have to go out there and impose your will on what the other team is trying to do. We need the offensive rebound. We need to go out there and make sure we don't turn the basketball over, but get back on defense and get everything else going, because we know if we get going, if they get to doing the stuff they're supposed to do, and I keep saying we, but Oak Hill Academy, gets to going and doing what they're supposed to do, they're going to win this basketball game.
Now let's switch over, look at Oak Hill's players to watch. They've got two good ones as well. We mentioned Dwayne Bacon. He's the FSU signee.
Right, his last name really throws me off a little bit considering my love for Bacon and everything, so I'm clearly rooting for him. Fantastic. He understands how to play on both ends of the floor. Coach Smith loves him. He's one of the guys that you really want on your basketball team. He plays both ends of the court. Dynamic player.
And Bacon may be a fitting name because he can get sizzling at any time during a matchup. Right. The other guy to watch in this one, he's very familiar with Paul VI. You see him wearing the jersey. Josh Reeves, the standout, transferred over to Oak Hill this year.
Absolutely. He's kind of the utilities guy, the glue guy for this basketball team, does a little bit of everything. He's going to have to defend one of those great wing players for that Paul VI team, and he's going to do a good job of it, I think.
Let's go ahead to have a chance to catch up with both coaches before the game. Our Jack Feely first caught up with Paul VI, Glenn Farello.
All right, guys, thanks very much. I'm here with Coach Farello from Paul VI. Coach, you've been one of the top teams in the district and for the past couple of years. What's it like taking on one of the top teams in the country?
Now, it's always fun. This is our third chance to play against each other the last couple of years. Maybe it's back in 2012. We got them 2 years ago in this event, so I'm sure they're looking for payback. But to be able to play in these kind of events for our kids is tremendous.
Speaking about some of your players, you got a real crucial transfer in VJ King. How excited are you to see him play on this type of stage?
Yeah, I know. I'm excited for VJ. I think VJ is going to have a tremendous career for us. He started out here in December. We're kind of going through that learning adjustment period for all our guys right now. But VJ is as good a kid as he is a player, so we're excited about what his opportunities are for his career.
And finally, what do you have to do to ensure that you squeak out a victory tonight?
You know, I'll tell you what, they obviously have a lot of athleticism, a lot of size, so we're going to have to do a great job on the boards. We're going to be able to handle the ball. They turn people over a lot, get out in transitions. We're going to try to limit their transition points. And then we just have to be able to execute offensively. If we do those things, we have an opportunity.
Coach Farello, thanks so much. Enjoy.
All right, thank you.
Jack Feely with Paul VI, Glenn Ferrello. Jack also lucky enough to catch up with the head coach at Oak Hill, Steve Smith.
All right, guys, thanks very much. I'm here with head coach Steve Smith from Oak Hill in your 30th year. You've seen a lot of players come into your program and head on to the pros or in the college level. How excited are you for some of these players in this year's team?
I'm very excited. We got Dwayne Bacon's probably our premier guy, and he should be a McDonald's All-American and following footsteps of some of the other guys we've had. So we got a lot of talent this year. Hopefully we'll play well tonight.
And speaking of Bacon, what do you have to do, you and your team have to do, to ensure that he gets going early?
We got to get him some shots, obviously. We'll run some sets for him, and he gets some in transition, but we got to run some things for him to get him open and get him good looks and get him involved because we need him to score tonight.
And this is your third matchup against PBI in the last couple of years. How big is this type of matchup? Especially, you guys are one of the top programs in the nation. This is one of the top programs in the D.C. area. How exciting is it, and what do you learn from these types of games?
Yeah, Coach Ferrello does a great job with his guys, and we split the last 2 times we played, and so it's kind of a rubber match tonight. And, we're in their backyard, so we're going to have to play well. We know that, and if we don't, we won't win tonight.
All right, Coach Smith, thanks so much. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Time for a look at our starting lineup. Start things off with Paul VI. Of course, they've got that talented duo, Franklin Howard and VJ King, in the starting lineup. Also, they'll finish it off with guard Aaron Thompson, also Matthew Herzog, and the forward Corey Manigo, the man in the middle.
I tell you what, we talked about the star watching all those guys. Corey Manigo, Aaron Thompson, fantastic basketball players. I mean, they're high-level Division I talent on both of those teams. Joe Hampton for Oak Hill. I mean, it's just all over the board. These are the kind of games, each and every matchup is going to be key. Who's going to be able to impose their will and do what they want to do on the floor out of tonight?
Now you see the starting lineup for Oak Hill: Phillips, Reeves, and Bacon in the backcourt. Front court, it's Hampton and Giddens.
I can't wait. I'm excited. I think I didn't bring my knee braces, and I'm going to need both of them, Jeremy. But, I should have got the stretch in, but I didn't. But, man.
We could have both done a little stretching before this one, as it's going to get exciting, I'm sure, throughout this matchup.
And see, this is the part about being an Oak Hill alumni. Like, we played in these games almost every night. I mean, Coach Smith, this is what he lives for. Like, he loves to be a part of this, and he wants players that want to be a part of this. That's the best part about this basketball game, is that he's enthusiastic himself still after being there so long.
Giddens to jump center against Manigo in this one, and we are almost underway here at DeMatha, tap controlled by Oak Hill.
Aaron Thompson is probably one of the best on-ball defenders that you're going to run across here at any level.
Bacon dishes it back out top, and Paul VI coming out man-to-man. And early on, Hampton thought about it. Now he'll pull up for the jumper and hits.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, the big fella can play inside, outside. He was a former DeMatha transfer to go out there. I've loved his game his entire career. I've watched him, and he just understands how to play basketball. Fantastic player.
Hampton very familiar, as you said, with this area, as he was able to go ahead and transfer from DeMatha over to here, but knows this gym very well. Pull up by King. That one's an air ball. And Reeves, the Paul VI transfer, will start the break the other way. Gets it for Bacon with the pull-up jumper. He'll miss. Hampton, it'll be Giddens with it, knocked away. Bacon down low, have his shot blocked by Manigo. Fast and furious early on.
I think Oak Hill likes this pace a little bit more than Paul VI right now. I mean, I like the shot for VJ King. He just needs to hit it. I mean, he has that ability.
Interesting early on as the alley-oop and thrown down by Giddens.
Oh, my goodness.
Obviously a lot of talent there. Giddens, Ohio State signee, and we give them plenty of goodness in the middle. Lost ball. Thrown ahead, we may be set for some more throw time as Bacon throws it down, and a quick 6-0 lead for Oak Hill.
Now, if you're Coach Ferrello, do you call timeout? Because you're getting what you want on the offensive end as far as your shot selection. But this 1-3-1, it makes you, it's called paralysis through analysis. They're thinking instead of playing basketball.
A little contact and thrown away by King, and he and Manigo shake hands, but right now, Paul VI a little bit off.
They haven't played anybody as good as the team they're playing now. They have enough talent to beat this Oak Hill team. That's clear. But if you're not going to show up and you're not going to play as well as you need to play early, this can be a blowout.
Down the middle, Phillips' layup is good. And now 8-0. Of course, he's the half-brother of Brandon Jennings and looked like it on that play.
Just as quick, as fast. He was a little injured and nicked up last year for this basketball team, but now they got him out here playing.
Manigo finally gets a good look down low, and I think Phillips going to commit the foul.
See, that's the part about that's coaching. Farello puts Franklin Howard in the middle of this 1-3-1 trap, and he
Hello, and thank you for viewing this portion of our most recent broadcast. This concludes the free viewing experience for this broadcast. Now, if you're interested in viewing the remainder of this broadcast, well, you can simply click the Add to Cart button located directly below this video where it says Download a Copy. You can also purchase a DVD copy of this broadcast. That DVD will be viewable on both computers and televisions. Now, for those of you that don't know, DMVstream.com is an independently funded project, meaning that your purchases and pledge of support go a long way in helping us to continue to broadcast live sporting events in the DMV. Thanks for stopping by and for your continued support.